artists, poets making work that speaks to injustice and speaks to racism is important. Making work that can do that, that can also serve as an outlet for comfort and healing, also is really important. So with my work, I'm trying to do both. The George Floyd murder has impacted me pretty greatly. I mean, every time these murders happen or these murders are highlighted, you look at a person, a man like George Floyd, and it's inevitable that you see yourself as a black man in him. You see your brother, your dad. You see people that look like you, and it can just be really difficult. And that those thoughts come up periodically. I have an escape with art that I can, in part, kind of turn it off. But there's a lot of us that aren't in the same privileged, in a way, situation that have to face it down all the time. So when I put myself into their shoes, it's very difficult. In 2016 that's when President Trump was elected, and also a lot of unarmed black men were being killed by cops. And again, similar to what's happening now, the spotlight was on it. I used my work as a way to kind of work through personal feelings that I was having about it. So I did a body of work that kind of highlighted black faces. My whole hopes were, along with highlighting what was going on, was also to show kind of a positivity for people of color. Young people of color is what I thought about a lot, is if they were to see people that look like them in galleries, a certain amount of positivity would spawn from that. I like the idea of being able to highlight people that maybe didn't get the recognition that they deserved when they were around, and bring them back into the forefront and the conversation. The subject of this painting is Pauli Murray. She was a civil rights activist, women's rights activist, poet, author, lawyer. So yeah, I chose her as a subject because of the amount of things that she did and how unaware of her I was. My hopes when I do these paintings, when I find out about people, is to educate myself first and foremost. And then hopefully when the pieces are hung, people will gain the same kind of interest based off the paintings and want to learn more about the people that I paint. I think the marches and protests that are happening right now are amazing. Unfortunate circumstances that they have to happen, but seeing everybody together like this and some of the images that I've seen have just made me feel just really good. Racism or injustice is almost like this boulder that people are trying to push up a hill, and it's really difficult. It's very heavy, and it's a lot of work. And when things like this happen, George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, anything that kind of catches the national attention or spotlight, a lot of people rush in to help with that boulder being pushed up the hill, and it gets a little bit easier, and it feels really good to have all these people on your side helping you push it up. And I guess my hopes are that people stick around to try to get that boulder over the hill, because once they kind of filter away, the boulder just feels that much more heavy.